Hey there, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. So this is going to be a guide on how to go from this over to this in less than an afternoon.
The best route is any honor transferred to your character for honor gear, 4 champion items from the Renown, world sparks for 1000 bloody tokens, and 100 tokens each world quest, nightmare prey times 2, and additional world quests in between, and then 111 bountiful delve with a map, the Voidstorm PvP world quests.
Oh, and before I forget, if you at any point throughout this video you find that maybe there's something that you'd like to add, feel free to make a comment here. And if you liked anything that I've said or any of these tips, please like and subscribe. There will be many more to come. Thanks.
So we will be starting at our weakest point with no gear whatsoever. The first thing we will do is grab 4 free items from the reputations all throughout Midnight. This is checked by looking at our reputation menu here by selecting Shift J on the keyboard. This will give us a list of what they offer, and in order to obtain them you need to be between rank 7 and 9. So the items that are offered by the 4 reputations are as follows. There is a helm offered in Eversong. You need to be rank 9 with Silvermoon Court. Amani Tribe in Zulaman offers a neck at rank 9. By the Harati in Harandar at rank 8 they give you a belt, and rank 7 by the Singularity they give you a pretty good trinket. The way you check your progress, or the way you gain progress, when you open your reputation menu, you'll see a certain ranking, and if they are not matched with what I had listed, then you will have to go to these individual areas, and you'll have to go and find the quests that are on your map that will offer reputation for these items. If you are not at the 7, 8, or 9 ranking with the required reputations, this is really not a big deal. It's only a few items. I only did 1 delve to achieve the eye levels that I did on this character, so you have plenty of opportunity to get champion pieces to replace that, and you can always do lower level delves in the beginning to help offset the difference. So not a big deal.
Renown 9.
Keep plugging forward.
For Singularity, it is Renown 7. For Silvermoon, I believe that one is 9 as well. For Harandar, the Harati is 8. So between 7 and 9. And then for the prey, you'll want to have at least 4 unlocked. But if you have multiple characters, you can very, very easily do that, because you could just do the prey on each character and get up to 1,000 progress points up to rank 4, and then your progress goes down drastically.
Let's head over to the Spark of War quest NPC in Silvermoon. As far as the Sparks of War, it is not 100% required to do any sort of PvP with this quest. You do need to enable war mode though, so make sure you do that. Going out into the world with PvP enabled can be dangerous if you're not used to it, but if this is something that is going to get you a few pieces of gear and you may have to die a couple times in order to do that, it's totally worth it. And it is also not required to do any PvP. All you have to do is kill a few or rare mobs, do a few world quests, and open treasure chests. And while not totally required, it is just really helpful. If you happen to be a PvPer and you have any honor on your other characters, it is helpful if you're able to buy like a piece or 2 just to give you a launching point. Just make sure you avoid buying anything that you would receive from the Renown quests. And then as far as the order is concerned, of like in what direction or what area do you do first, so it's really, as far as the Renown quests, it doesn't make a huge difference. I would probably just make the Sparks of War the last one that I would do, because that way you have your 4 pieces and then you'd be the strongest that you could possibly be before starting this. All of them really are free though, so all you have to do is just be a part of one of the events in the area. Voidstorm, you do the Singularity, and you don't have to win or anything. You just have to defend it for 1 round. Same thing with the runestone in Eversong, and the abundance, you just have to endure it for 3 minutes. And then Herondar is the easiest. All you have to do is look at the legend in the room that you spawn beneath for the portal. So do that. You have your 4 pieces, then continue on to do the Sparks of War quest. And then along the way, you're doing also world quests, picking up mainly the world quests that are going to be giving any pieces of gear. So like here, I got a necklace, I got a chest piece. So just doing all of that, you're going to get to about 220 eye level, roughly. With the bloody tokens and honor that you received from the Sparks of War quest, you're going to want to purchase the largest items that you do not have, or at least one of those, and then one medium piece. So when I mean that, it's the larger ones are the head, chest, or legs, and then it'd be the chest or the legs, and then the shoulders or the gloves, or boots. So bracers are another option as well. Now you should be capable of doing the prey. If you are experiencing the nightmare prey for the first time, there are 2 added mechanics. The first is the one that you see here, where if you don't kill something locally within a certain time frame, it will give you a damage over time that is very dangerous. The second is some ad that chases you, and if it reaches you, it will also give you a very dangerous damage over time. So both of them are happening quite rapidly until the prey is over. So I do recommend having war mode off for this. And also, you don't want to be dying, as that will reset your prey counter. So completing 2 nightmare preys will reward you with a 1 champion slot chance each. Wow. And for the arguably most difficult portion of everything, the finals phase is to now clear the 11 delve. This will give you your first heroic piece, and it will give you a also a champion or 2 slot as well. So as far as the difficulty is concerned, I really don't think that most people will have an issue with this, as long as you're at around like 220, 230 eye level. However, I did do this on Priest, Shadow Priest specifically, and if you aren't aware, they aren't in the greatest place currently. It's kind of why I've been doing the guides on this character, is I want to see what the most uphill difficult experience I could possibly have. And well, this definitely provided a challenging experience. So you will definitely want to optimize your spec, and you will want to make sure you're just being very careful throughout the whole process. This will allow you to clear it comfortably. You really shouldn't experience dying. Take things a pack at a time, see how it feels. Let Valyria do her job, and make sure you're picking up every single healing orb you possibly can. They will do a lot of damage periodically, and you need to make sure you're paying attention to casts against you. That, and then also time is a serious concern with damage. So if you are not doing enough damage, there are certain elements that can get to you. So like in this delve, the boss just a shield towards the end of her rotation. So when that shield pops out, you have to kill 2 or 3 orbs. Once the 3rd orb is dead, she'll stop casting. There's no interrupt required there. But if you do not kill that 3rd orb in time, she will one-shot you. So things like that, I was like, okay, I gotta wake up, gotta dial in. I did, and I did it with lives left, thankfully. So that is my experience on the most difficult class. I played much lower eye level characters that were better classes, like Rogue, and had much fewer problems. So not to make you worried or anything, but definitely just be aware of your surroundings, and having understanding of like each story, or at least the first story that you do for this. Just pick one that you probably know better than the rest. Otherwise, that is the rest of the guide. At this point, with all these tasks completed, you will have amassed enough gear to be close to 240 eye level. You still have your spark, so you should have if you do 3 of the if you do like the weekly quest, or if you do these delves, you'll like definitely get the heroic crests required to make a heroic item. So I'm actually only 5 under to make a heroic weapon on the priest, but I'll be doing that later on because I just didn't really feel like spending the 30,000 gold it costs. But you do have that still available to continue the boosting, and before you even step into a dungeon, you could potentially be like 245 eye level. I think my demon hunter I got to around 250, and same with the monk around 245. So definitely a very solid method, and this way you come prepared and you crush the competition. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.